Maybe I just don't go that hard on Hunter this time.
Yeah, maybe God gave you a second chance for a reason.
Yeah, maybe love you, buddy.
Yeah. Congratulations, Hunter.
Well,
Congratulations
he's
on getting married.
A friend of
Almost.
mine is engaged to be married. And he asked Jasmine and I to be a joint deal for his
the couple
best
of honor.
man. Yeah, a couple of honor. That is a good way to put it.
Yeah.
And yeah, I think that'll be really neat. And I have nothing else to say.
And I said no other mean things at
I
all.
said nothing. Well, I said nothing mean.
Of course not. Because it's not on record.
It's nothing. And then I was trying to talk about the whiskey because you have a nice whiskey from your dad. I made a blend of whiskeys from a gift that Hunter gave me. It's a whole thing.
Yeah, there's smokiness and there was... It's fine.
Oh, gosh. It's take 2, okay?
We only got 2 minutes in, but...
Yeah, you guys missed out on some gold, though.
Oh. Deep cut gold.
Yeah, just wait till we get a live audience with our Patreon. We don't have a Patreon.
No, but we should. Could you imagine if one of the 20 people who listen to us paid us?
Do you know what I would do with that 50 cents split between you and I and then taxed away to
like 10 cents each?
To like 10 cents each monthly if somebody gave us 50 cents? I would save up and buy a bag of suckers probably in like a year.
Some dum-dums?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would save up. You know what? I would, if that's your goal, I'll contribute to your Patreon, and I'll give you my part to share the 50 cents. I'm gonna pay you.
Me?
Yeah. I'm gonna pay.
Us. You're gonna
pay. Yes, us. I'm gonna take whatever I get from the Patreon, and I'm gonna put it back into the Patreon.
I really don't think we need a Patreon.
No, we definitely don't. We should not do that.
But I'll take your money.
Yeah.
There doesn't need to be a middleman. I'm talking to you, Will. But
Oh.
I'm talking to everybody. I'll take your money.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to give it to us.
Yeah.
For no shoot reason. Us an email.
Yeah, we won't... Shoot us an email.
Shoot us an
with
email.
With your bank information. Haven't we done this before?
I feel like this should be a regular... Just, the little 3 wacky numbers in the back of your credit card.
Oh, jeez. But what was... what?
Well, welcome, everybody.
Welcome.
To the Viewer Regression Advised podcast.
My name's Tyler.
And my name is William.
This is Viewer Regression Advised, like Will said. Podcast.
Yep, this is the Viewer Regression Advised podcast, if you didn't know.
Podcast where 2 idiots who know nothing
just talk about everything.
That's right. And today we're going to talk about cabals. How did...
Cabals?
Cabals? Cabals. Cabals.
Cabals.
Cabals.
Yeah.
Which, if you don't know what those are, neither did I until this past week. But before that, Will.
Yeah?
Do you want to address the elephant in the room?
Is it the red elephant hanging from the back of your head? Because I'd rather not address it.
You don't want to talk about it?
I don't want to talk about the fact that you have a disgusting mullet. No. And that you
disgusting in the way of like, oh, dude, that's sick, nasty.
No, like it's... Tyler, I've seen mullets. And I've seen on a lot of people. But never have I seen a mullet that is so... just offensive.
Offensive?
Offensive.
What have I done to it?
It's not what you've done to your hair. It's what you've done to everyone who has to look at it. Because you've also dyed it... What is that? Red? Pink?
It's red.
Like a brown red?
Well, it's brown because my hair is brown, but it's red.
Tyler, I'm trying to be nice, but it's bad. This is almost as bad as the bowl cut.
Almost as bad as
as bad.
I highly preferred the bowl cut.
Does that tell you how bad the bowl cut was?
No, I think you're just lying to me.
No.
I'll go back to it.
No, please don't. Please, God, no.
But, yeah, so is it the color then? Because I can go purple.
The color definitely... No. Don't go purple. I think you should just... It's the fact that it doesn't fade into your hair. It's like whoever cut it didn't, like, they cut 95% of your hair correctly. It looks nice. but then the back 3 inches, like the bottom 3 inches of the back of your head, they just left the same length. Like, there's no... It doesn't fade into the rest of your hair.
I don't know any mullet that has ever faded well.
It's not supposed to fade well, but at least it fades a little.
From no hair, little short business in the front, the party in the back. Brother, there's no... you can't transition into that. It's 2 modes. It's like shifting gears.
Sport mode.
It's like hitting sport mode on the Toyota RAV4. It's a whole new level.
It's like pulling that safety band in the back on your Crocs. You just gotta whip it into off-road mode.
There's no transition. Fading into it.
I'm sorry, Tyler. I went a little hard there, but it's rough.
It's not that great. I don't like it. But I had it today. All day. I went voting.
You went voting with it.
With the red mullet, yep.
Gee, I don't want to know who you voted for, but I bet 100% of the people saw you think they know exactly who you voted for.
I have no idea what the color red could indicate about my voting preference.
And the mullet? I have an idea.
Whoever David Spade voted for, maybe.
David Spade?
Who plays Joe Dirt.
Oh,
who
yeah.
has a mullet.
That makes sense.
Yeah, that was a deep cut.
Yeah,
I didn't think it was.
I haven't seen that
land.
movie in a long time, but
there was 2 of them.
They made a second?
They made a second Joe Dirt.
Oh, why did they do that?
Same reason some people get mullets. Bad ideas happen all the time.
And there's very few people around to stop them, I guess.
Yeah. No. So this goes out to my father, who I think is still listening. If he can find the podcast app. I'm sorry, Dad. I'm sure, but you had to ask.
Yeah.
No. This goes out to him. I know my mom doesn't listen, so let's not tell her about the dyed red mullet.
Yeah, maybe leave that one out.
I got hair dye on some wrestler's shirt today. I went to practice.
Oh my god! Imagine him explaining that to his mom when she's doing his laundry.
It was one of the weird kids. Don't worry about it.
Does that make it better?
It makes it easier. The mom would probably just laugh about it.
Okay, well, that's fair. Huh. So happy November 3rd. I hate to date the episode, but
it's election day, baby.
It's election day. And the world's not on fire yet.
No, it's, they started counting the votes in Ohio, and it's definitely not on fire. I've checked a few. Well, California's on fire. But...
California's been on fire for the last 10 years?
Yeah.
Same with Australia.
Just about. Probably longer than that.
Yeah, I think as long as I can remember. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm definitely right.
Yeah. Well, you're absolutely right.
For sure.
And you're absolutely, forget it. I just want to talk about some other things real quick.
For sure.
Because, dude, we a lot of stuff happened between the last episode and now. And Halloween happened.
Yeah.
You went as At Home with Baker Mayfield.
I did. It wasn't a great costume, but
it was I thought it was a pretty good costume.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that because I put 0 effort into it.
You bought a robe, didn't you?
No, that was Steven's brother's robe that Steven went home and got for me.
You are unbelievable. How many people did you ask to borrow a bathrobe from?
A plaid bathrobe. It had to be plaid.
It did have to be plaid, and it was the right colors too.
Yeah, I was trying to think of the costume, and I went over some ideas with Steven, and I said I really wanted to do At Home with Baker Mayfield, but I couldn't find a bathrobe at a thrift store. And he went, I have one. And I said, great. And that was the end of the conversation.
Okay. Because you bugged me about it.
I did. That was right before I talked to Steven.
Okay. Steven's apparently really good at helping out with costumes.
Yeah.
He suggested Yasmina's costume.
Yep. Which really cool, by the way.
A D&D character of mine. That was super cool.
Yeah, that was neat.
SJ coming to life right before me. But yeah, we had Halloween. We saw some people we saw Devin. Devin was the only person that came in.
Yeah.
Wait, he came in and he dipped, bro.
Yeah.
He was just there and gone. I was a little bit too drunk at that point.
Really?
Yeah.
I stopped like halfway through the day, and I just like coasted. I don't think I hit the too far button. You know what I mean?
As soon as we started Jackbox games.
The Chipotle in the middle of the day really helped. It was nice.
Yeah,
was
I had two square meals in between. Drank a lot of water. I didn't get sick. I wasn't really hungover. I did it right, but I was.
You look pretty tired too.
Yeah, I mean, I did just kind of fall asleep on the floor during. We watched The Thing.
We did, and you know what? It was really good, but also, it was not as good as I expected it to be.
Yeah. After a month of not drinking, I was very excited, and then it was...
Oh, I meant the movie.
Oh.
Yeah, I meant the movie.
I didn't watch it, so...
The whole day, Saturday was... It was so fun.
I had fun.
I had a lot of fun.
I think I just got too drunk. I think the Coast method would have ended it better.
Yeah, I think by the end... by the time we were done with D&D, I think I was in a really good spot, so I just... Took a break. Started drinking water. I think I had one beer before we went to Chipotle, and I think I had like one beer after we went to Chipotle, and it was just, kept it reasonable.
Simple enough.
Simple enough.
But the Thing was disappointing.
It was good. Don't get me wrong. It was incredible. It was just, I've heard a lot about it. It's like a classic horror movie, and
really good practical effects.
Oh, incredible! Really, really good.
But yeah.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of things that happened before now, everybody pay attention and clap along. Is this the most important news? This is the most important news.
Okay, is it my third note right here so I can be on the same page as you or not?
I don't know what your third note is, but...
Well, is it right there, right where my finger's
nope,
pointing? It's not that!
No, it's more important.
Oh, well then do you want to save it till we talk about that?
All right, yeah. I'll save it till after. Sure.
All right. You're gonna remember it. You don't have notes.
No, I will remember. I didn't take notes, but I will remember.
Okay. We started brewing some beer.
We did. We went to our friend's house, Jacob. Shout out Jacob, if you listen.
And started making a pomegranate porter. The Abomination.
Yep.
And I think it's gonna be really tasty.
Pet name for it.
It's because the real name is
No. Yeah.
Yasmina's pee-pee. Is that what we're going with?
No, I'm saying I like the Abomination. I like the name we made up for it.
Yeah.
I was just telling the audience that it was a name we made up for it.
Yes.
But now they know the other name we made up for it.
But it's what am I saying? It tasted great.
We tasted it before it fermented.
Before the fermentation and before the pomegranate went in. It was just a really solid base. Whatever that's called. I don't know. I call it
a base.
Mash?
Mash?
It's not the mash. But point is...
non-alcoholic beer that hasn't fermented?
Yeah. That's the word.
Something like that.
That's the phrase that people always throw around.
Yeah, I hear that a lot at bars and like really high-end.
They must have made a really good non-alcoholic beer that hasn't fermented yet to then ferment to have this good alcoholic beer that has fermented.
Yeah, I think
I hear that every day at the bar.
I'm pretty sure that's a trademark phrase at this point, honestly.
It's
just
I'm
a German
there isn't
trademark
an acronym.
Yeah, TM. Am I right?
But what's bigger news than that? What could possibly be?
This is the biggest news the podcast I think has seen as of yet. Yesterday, we got our first write-in.
What?
That is right.
I need sound. Where's the soundboard? Let's get a soundboard.
Get the soundboard out here.
Wait, can I? I could probably in the post add a something.
Whoa! You know like a slide whistle.
I'll just clip that. That'll be
our big news sound.
I definitely wasn't going to edit it until you made that noise, and I went, oh, it might have to happen now.
Well, I'm glad because there's all this pomp and circumstance is absolutely worth it. Our good friend Steven, shout out Steven.
Oh, okay.
Wrote in a little comment or a direct message into our Instagram. By the way, reach us at our Instagram. That'll be at the end. And he wrote, "Hey, long-time listener, first time reaching out to a podcast." Thank you, Steven. I appreciate your long time listening. Just listen to your politics episode. last week's episode, and thought it was pretty great and funny.
Neat.
Yeah,
What a neat guy.
What a neat guy.
Steven sounds like a stand-up man.
You know, I don't know Steven. No idea. Never met him a day in my life, but he seems like a quality guy.
Sounds like a nice guy. What else does he have to say?
He said, I just wanted to mention a thing called ranked choice voting, which is basically a way to vote for several politicians in a race if your number one can't win. Your vote is then switched over to your number two choice, and so on. He's just adding some more information. As you know, we told everything about politics, but apparently they've discovered some new stuff.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll hear him out. I always hear people out.
Yeah. I'm not going to say we're going to learn what he's saying or even understand it.
No, because we talked about everything, so I don't know what he's adding.
Yeah, but we'll give it the benefit of the doubt. He seems like a stand-up guy.
Yeah, stand-up guy.
really, just
really
quality gentleman.
Thinks he knows more than us. I just okay.
Oh, we'll see.
Okay,
we'll see. It is a way. It being ranked choice voting.
This made-up thing.
This made-up thing that may or may not be made up. It is a way to give third-party candidates a chance without people feeling like they're throwing away their vote. It's pretty neat. All right, we'll be the judge of that. And they already do it for local elections, California, and has shown to reduce negativity in campaigns since you now are trying to appeal to as many people as possible. I think it could help break the two-party system that has gotten very divided over the last few decades. Just thought I'd let you know. Really enjoy listening every Monday at work. Aww, that's a nice little ending.
Yeah.
Yeah, he really made up for the fact that he was just spewing nonsense for
exactly
a good couple sentences.
Are you kidding? You think...
Like, that was honestly...
We didn't mention that in our podcast about politics, so how does that exist?
It doesn't make any sense.
Not a lick.
No. But the beginning and the end were really nice when you said you liked the podcast, thought it was funny, and you listened to it a lot.
Yeah. No, I like those parts.
Yeah, those were my favorite parts, I think.
Everything in the middle about that type of voting, if that were real, let's pretend that's real.
On the off chance
that's real and people could do that somehow.
Yeah.
That's an interesting way to try and break it up.
It would be very interesting.
I'm wondering if it at all harms the ability for the third party to get a counted percentage of votes for as far as getting funding for political campaigns in the future goes.
Yeah.
Because if they count them up and then it doesn't work out and then the votes go to the main parties that are going to work out.
I think it'd have to be it would be very complicated, I think, because your ranking system would have to have a number of votes equated to the ranking. So your number one vote would have 5 votes, or your number one choice would have 5 votes. Your number two choice would have 4 votes, kind of thing. Which then it gets complicated.
You know what? I think that someone smarter than us would have to handle that. And
do those people exist?
That's exactly what I was going to say.
I'm just saying.
I guess it just won't work. If we can't figure it out right now.
In the 30 seconds we've been discussing it, I don't think anyone's ever going to figure it out.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So thank you, Stephen, for writing in. Really appreciate it. Liked all you said about the podcast and about us. Didn't like anything else you said. But, hey, better luck next time.
Yeah, try again. Go ahead. We love engaging with the viewers.
Oh my gosh, it's all about you guys.
I love
the audience.
Yeah, you guys are great. Steven's great guy.
Great, really just
when
good
guy. He thinks he knows things.
Yeah,
I don't know.
If this proves anything about life, you should take away stay in your lane. That's so good because Steven was so excited to say that. He spent days writing that letter.
That was fully interesting.
Oh my god. Thank you, seriously. Thank you. No, Steven told me 2 days before I got that DM. He went, I'm going to write into the podcast, but I want to make it nice. I want to make it like I'm writing into a real,
Wait,
he is writing into a real podcast, but he doesn't know us. And I was like,
right.
That's
Well, I've never met the guy.
not that I know him, but like if I did or lived with him or something.
Oh my gosh. Well, one more piece of news before we get into cabals.
Cabals.
It's about the water on the moon, bro. I don't know what that means.
There's water on the moon?
Yeah.
Is it on the moon or is it in the moon?
Well, I didn't read a single article on it. Just saw a few tweets and went, oh, that's pretty neat. And
cool.
Then like some video I saw was like, yeah, no, there's water on the moon. And then it mentioned, well, more than we thought there was. So apparently we always knew there was, I don't know. I don't know. I don't even know if it was liquid water or if it was ice.
It would have to be ice.
I mean, it's likely ice.
I mean, like on Mars, they have ice, right?
Yeah.
It's not liquid water.
Yeah,
I think there's liquid water like underneath the surface, maybe. But like
maybe.
Huh.
But
yeah, that's pretty wild.
somebody found water on the moon.
Wow,
it was just pretty neat.
That is really cool. I feel like that's kind of big news.
Oh, and if we're talking space news, somebody, I don't know her name.
That's fine.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, no, her name doesn't matter.
But she's going to be a great person someday. She went to, like, every NASA Academy space cadet thing.
Okay.
Like, already, like, dressed to the nines with experience and qualifications to being an astronaut. Uh-huh. And she's 19 years old.
Oh,
and
dang.
Is currently planning, training, and is going to be one of the first people on Mars in 2033.
That is insane.
We have selected somebody, and I'm sure there's other people, but like this is just news that caught my eye.
That's crazy.
That this 19-year-old girl is planning 13 years out from now to be on another planet.
Not a moon, another planet.
It's going to take her 3 years to get to Mars.
To get there.
To leave this planet and 3 years later touch down on another one.
That's insane.
And
she's gonna spend so much time in space. Like, what's that about?
I don't know. But I was thinking about that. Like, all these people that spend time in space, there must be a secret society around only people who have been to space.
Oh my gosh. Like some sort of cabal?
Yeah.
Oh! What a transition! That was incredible.
Couldn't find anything.
No?
No, they're pretty secrative, is what I've figured it out.
Oh.
Yeah, no, they're real hidden.
So they definitely exist.
Well, they front behind the American Astronaut Society.
Uh-huh.
I figured.
Probably. That's a good cover.
I kept trying to learn more, and it seems they're just a bunch of boring astronauts that ended up going to space, or boring engineers that ended up being astronauts going to space.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And it reminds me of like the American Engineer Societies, like ASCE, which is the American Society of Civil Engineers, and I don't know, is there an aerospace one?
Probably. No idea.
No, not a clue.
Not even a little bit of an idea. Nope. Are there...
There probably is.
Yeah. Do I have to be a part of that? Do you think?
I'm not a part of ASE, and I have little to no intention to. But it's a society that
you get a little pinky ring or something.
You get a little pinky ring. No, that's for graduating.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Getting learned. No, these societies usually are like, hey, this is how you be a moral person in this society as an engineer or as an astronaut.
I guess
real boring sense. Stuff.
Yeah, nobody wants that.
So
politics proves that. Deep cut. Anyway, yeah, that's crazy.
That people are planning to go. I know, but cabals.
Yeah. So cabals. For those who don't know, I mean, I obviously know what a cabal is. I
had never heard of it.
I mean.
Until
like I said, I know exactly what it is. But if you would just explain it to the audience, who may or may not know, just like in great detail, like you're explaining to like a 5-year-old. So like if somebody who didn't even understand what the word meant could understand what you're talking about.
Okay, yeah, I could do that, but it's kind of new to me, and I was hoping that you would do it. So why don't you? Because you seem pretty...
Well, see, I never take notes, and, I I come to this thing, that's kind of my shtick is like, oh, I'm unprepared, So, like, I feel like you could just say it better.
Will, do you know what a cabal is? Because you corrected me on the pronunciation previously. So
I've heard the word, obviously.
Okay.
And
I had never heard the word.
Really?
No, not a once.
You ever watched The Blacklist?
No.
Oh, well, it's a TV show, and they talk about it a lot.
Okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Okay, so you have heard the word.
I have heard the word, yes.
Yeah, it's just a group of people that tend to be secretive in nature.
Okay.
And the real defining feature is that the group's goals are to affect the world outside of their group in their group's interest.
That sounds potentially very bad.
It also sounds incredibly vague.
Yes.
So let's apply it to my first thought, fraternities and sororities.
That's your first thought?
Well, it's my first note.
Oh, yes, I forgot. Of course. Your first note. Huh. Okay, so fraternities and sororities,
Did
right?
you join one?
No.
I had never joined one.
It's just okay. It's just kind of not really my thing. It's not what I'm looking to get out of
joining
college.
Cabals, Cabals, Cabals,
Cabals. Yeah, Cabals. No, I just if I was maybe like a business major or something, and I'm looking to make like a ton of connections and really put myself out there and be a salesman or something, maybe I'd do it. But as an engineer, we live in seclusion. We thrive in the background, so.
Oh, I mean, for sure. I haven't shown my face or my mullet at work in months.
Yeah? What? Is there any reason behind that?
No. I'll probably just go in tomorrow.
Yeah?
Yeah, go into the office.
Do you want to record that when you walk in, and maybe we'll throw it on the Instagram?
Maybe I'll meet with the clients.
Yeah?
I think it'll go over well.
Probably.
I went to the hospital today. I was getting an x-ray.
Oh, really? For?
My back that I hurt way back.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And I just hadn't done anything with it until today. I walked to the polling station, and it was like a mile away. And then my leg started to hurt again. And I went, wow, I only walked a mile. Huh, that's weird.
Maybe that's bad.
But no, I went to the hospital, and I was getting a lot of the old people. I was getting the progressive commercial treatment.
Oh,
yeah. We all see it.
Red.
His hair's red.
He has a red mullet.
I would just scan the room, and see, make eye contact with someone, just dart away. Like, oh no, what?
Don't make eye contact. He's clearly crazy. Fear that man.
No, fraternities, sororities, probably the most harmless.
Right. I mean, the only thing that's going to happen there is they're going to make you butt chug beer and probably kill you. And that's only for the really hardcore. A little bit of hazing. Yeah. It's
all in good fun.
Yeah.
No, but those are the kind of things that you'd expect in a group. You've got hazing, and then you're part of the group, and all this, and then there's this
brotherhood or sisterhood.
Yep, exactly, and that's all they call it. But let's talk. This is the one that I've wanted to make this episode for.
Okay.
Have you heard of Mensa?
I have not. I don't know what that is.
So I mentioned it last week to you, and I thought for a second that you were going to remember something. But
not even a little bit.
Nope. No, because there's an IQ test to get into this one.
Okay.
And I want you to take it after this.
Sure.
It's 30 minutes.
Yeah.
It's not to get into it. They have to have someone watch you do it, and it has to be standardized and all this other whatever.
Yeah.
But it's a high IQ society, and you get in if you're in the top 2% of it. And there's not to mention there's other societies in the remaining 3% of the top 5 that you can still get into if you're not into Mensa.
Oh.
But I found out about it through, of all places, the Eric Andre show, where he dressed up as a knight getting ready to joust, and tried to walk into one of their meetings and ask them trivia questions.
Oh.
Which is just hilarious.
Well, I have to see that at some point.
It's absolutely hilarious. But
Like Trivial Pursuit questions?
Oh, no. He was asking him, like, how high the sky was.
Oh, that's so good.
But Mensa...
Okay.
What kind
is
of
it?
people?
Is that an acronym?
I wish I knew. But I'm sure all
Probably
the people
not.
of Mensa know because they're so smart.
They're so smart.
What kind of person do you have to be to say, I can't make friends with all these people that are normally in my life?
You know what it is? It's because I'm so much smarter than them.
That must be what it is. I keep scoring high on these Facebook IQ tests. I ought to figure it out and find the people that I can really have a conversation with about pattern recognition. Because that's all IQ tests are.
It's just like, see all these hexagons? Isn't that cool? Okay, hexagons are cool.
I'm going to have to take a step back. Hexagons are the coolest thing to ever tile a plane you will ever see.
Oh, hexagons are the bestagons.
You saw that video today,
I did see that video today. Steven sent it to me.
Yeah, CPG Gray. Just...
Hexagons are the best shape. That's a real trivia fact, people. To all of you who don't know.
There was, part of that video, if you watch hexagons are the bestagons. There's one part where he shows, like, tiling the plane with, with, like, 3 different shapes.
It's squares, triangles, and hexagons, right?
That's the part that he explained. But one of the transitions has, two different, 2 decidedly different shapes that can effectively tile a plane. Which, tiling a plane, this is... way to learn about Cabals, people.
Yeah.
This is important.
You know what? You should know this.
Tiling a plane is to have a series of shapes that can fit next to each other in such a way that there are no gaps and they can expand infinitely in all directions.
Yeah.
And there's a combination of 2 unique shapes that tile a plane infinitely, uniquely in pattern.
Okay.
It will not repeat its pattern. Like, hexagons are just a hexagon next to 6 hexagons.
Yeah.
And that's the pattern. But the way these ones fit together make the plane entirely random and infinite in the way that it's put together.
Wow.
It is wild.
That is very interesting.
Can you think about mathematically proving that?
Yeah, how does that come out? Like...
I guess you start with crazy people like Pythagoras, or I think he started to try and do that.
Yeah. I mean, he did triangle. He was all into shapes.
Yeah, he was a big shape guy.
Big shape guy.
No, I know a little bit more about Pythagoras.
Ooh, please tell me more.
Where is he? Yeah, no, he loved triangles.
Yeah. Every triangle is a love triangle when you love triangles.
And he loved love triangles, too, apparently.
Oh.
He was part of some sex cult, apparently.
Oh my gosh. What?
I have almost no other information. It was like a whole religion to him. Freaking... The Greeks were weird.
Greeks were weird. Yeah.
But I feel like cults were probably so much more prevalent back then.
Well, yeah, because there was no one there to be like, hey, this is a cult.
Hey, they're teaching you, a fixed portion of language to strictly define the things that you're going to use in this group of people with a vertical power ranking.
Yeah.
So how about you don't do everything that they say?
Yeah. Yeah, maybe don't get brainwashed. Yeah.
Cults, man. But no, Pythagoras was apparently in a sex cult.
That's wild.
I can only hope that there was love triangles.
I'm sure there was.
Love triangles galore.
Probably.
If he had any power.
You know what? I bet it would probably be more like love hexagons.
Do you think Pythagoras would prefer love hexagons?
I think if he was in a sex cult.
There's just more people involved.
Honestly, yeah.
Tell me more about this sex cult.
Excuse me?
Tell me more about Pythagoras' sex cult.
What? Huh? Well, okay, sure. Yeah.
No, you know. Of course you know.
I know exactly. So obviously, like hexagons, it's infinite on a plane.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Oh, I want to...
Well, now I'm almost ready to join the cult.
Yeah, really?
It's already infinite, and it's using hexagons?
Yeah, and, I'm in charge, and you would be below me in the power ranking, but if you obviously complete enough of my tasks, like my laundry or, like, clean my dishes or something, you might move up in rank.
Wait. You're using the first person here.
Yeah.
Is Pythagoras' sex cult still a thing? And are you part of it?
I can neither confirm nor deny the existence of any sex cult or my involvement in such.
But if I do your laundry...
But if you do my laundry and clean my dishes... Maybe. So, more Cabal information. So obviously, the biggest and most well-known Cabal is the Illuminati, right? This supposed secret society.
Supposed? They flaunt it, dude.
What are you talking about?
Literally every person that's ever joined the Illuminati. Oh, you got me. No.
All right, no.
They're all public figures.
Are you talking about like the OK symbol that's like supposed to be the 666?
Well, there's all of those kinds of things, of course.
Right.
Because only the cultural elite that do the OK symbol are part of the Illuminati. Otherwise, they would never do it. Everybody knows that. And like
how stupid of me.
here's like literally like musical artists that are like performers that are part of it.
Yeah.
Always mention the Illuminati. They make it part of their art.
Didn't like Lil Yachty in one of his songs mention the Illuminati?
Oh, you mean the song titled Illuminati by Lil Yachty? Wait.
Oh, is it?
No. There was somebody else.
Was it like Trippie Reed or something like Trippie Red?
Trippie
Red. Yeah.
I'll tell you who is in it. And it turns out bowl cuts are allowed in Illuminati because Oliver Tree
No,
is a well-known Illuminati member.
Do you really think? And for those of you who don't know who Oliver Tree is, just look up a picture of him. Maybe just like he's an artist, musical artist. Just do you really think that man is in one of the most influential and secluded societies in the world?
I'm positive. And let me tell you why.
Why?
If you look at the most damning piece of evidence that I may bring to the table first, Exhibit A.
Exhibit A.
His most recent and only full album release available on Spotify. Oliver Tree's... What the hell's the name of the album?
Well, I don't know. The Big Scooter one?
Well, yes, the one that was released with the big scooter. Which, we'll get to that too.
Oh, it's a part of it.
There's, on the album, him seated in his normal garb with the
windbreaker and the...
Yes, holding balloons. And what... Could you tell me what is behind him, Will?
Balloons?
No. He's holding balloons.
Yeah.
The background is flames, right? Are you remembering the album cover?
Never seen it.
I'll show you the album cover.
Oh, are we looking it up?
No, I'm not looking it up. I know what it looks like.
Okay.
I'm letting you see this.
Okay.
It is...
So, he's got flames.
He's got flames behind him. I want you to tell me, there's a little bit of the flames that are broken out behind him. What color? Or what color? Fuck it up.
It is black behind the flames.
No, what? Shut up! What shape is that hole in the flames behind him?
That's a triangle.
That's a triangle! The sign of the Illuminati! Exhibit A.
Do you have any idea how prevalent triangles are? Look around the room and see how many triangles you could see. Because it's more than one.
I'll tell you how many triangles are prevalently the center part of my upcoming album. 0. I will not have a triangle right in the middle of it, proving that I'm part of the Illuminati. It's literally out of fire, too. Hello, they're devil worshippers. Are you not keeping up? Second piece of evidence.
Okay.
The scooter.
Okay.
Because there are 3 things that performers have to add to a performance to join the Illuminati. They have to flaunt it. And one of the ways is adding a triangle prevalently in their performance, in their dance, in their art, in their covers, whatever, in their media.
This is all theoretical. This is all speculative. Keep in mind.
Second, they must perform a fake death. Now, as we all know, the deep state has been getting a little bit soft recently. They stopped with all these assassinations and whatnot. Trump would have been dead by now. So, instead of performing a death performance, it must just be bodily injury. Exhibit B, the scooter video.
The scooter video.
Oliver Tree, celebrating his first album coming out, shows himself on the world's largest scooter on presumably the world's top 10 longest stilts.
Yeah.
Pushing this said scooter, which first, his feet never touched the ground. It was really stupid. He wasn't actually doing it. He was just swinging his leg and it was powered. I hated it. but he
that sounds dumb.
But he, air quotes, falls over on the scooter to what would kill a normal man, but he's part of the Illuminati, so he has some kind of like lizard powers. And and thus fulfilling the second of 3 parts to put out and flaunt in front of the media to join the modern day Illuminati.
Okay. What is the third thing?
The third one is just referencing the Illuminati in your songs, which he does in one of them. That's about it.
Oh, okay. Okay, so all it takes to get into the Illuminati
is to fake your death.
Is a triangle, a fake death, and a shout out.
Yeah.
That's all it takes.
Yeah. I mean, well, that's all it takes to like. That's the hazing.
Okay.
Right, but like once you get in, then there's all like the you go to the Bohemian Grove, and then the weird stuff starts happening.
Oh, okay.
You ever heard of the Bohemian Grove?
No idea what that is.
Okay, it's this actual place.
Okay, so all right, just for context or to break up, this is a real place. Is it proven to be a real place, or is it Illuminati real? It is.
This is Illuminati real, but I'm telling you right now, this is one of the ones that I'm like, this is a real place.
Okay,
I think
sure.
It was referenced in House of Cards.
Okay.
Bohemian Grove.
I have not seen the show, but
I'm almost 100% sure that it's real. There's videos of it happening from like people breaking in, and this is all air quotes.
Right.
Because people don't believe the truth anymore, apparently.
Sure.
But it's all. I'm 100% sold on this.
All right. Bohemian Grove.
And what it is they have this like weekend retreat with high level bankers.
Okay.
Previous presidents, current presidents, maybe. A bunch of other high-ranking politicians. They bring their like actor and songwriter, performer friends. Apparently, it's also all men.
Oh, okay.
Which makes it lame. Freaking sausage fetish, right?
Yeah, who would want to go to that party?
But they go. All these incredibly powerful men.
Yeah.
High-profile men. Go out into the woods and dress up in robes and shit, and they make like effigies to a owl god. They have this giant statue that they like burn with what the conspiracy theorists used to call it. A lot of conspiracy theorists still say it's like a human effigy, which is real bad.
Okay.
But as the things started coming out about it, again, Deep State started getting soft.
Yeah.
Now it's just a bundle of sticks that they give to it, apparently. So they're going easy on it now. But they just go there and freaking worship some weird pseudo-god owl thing together. And it's fine if let's presume everything is real.
Okay, sure.
Let's presume.
Let's get in this mindset. Yeah, the Illuminati's real, and they're worshiping Owl God the Woods.
Let's bring it down to a level of, let's pretend that there's just a group of people that like to go out in the woods and burn some sticks in front of an owl statue.
Yeah.
And say some stuff about how it's all-knowing and I love it and whatever.
Sure, cult.
I don't have a problem with that.
Honestly, it's creepy, and I wouldn't want to be friends with somebody in that. But also, it's not harming me.
Now let's take the next step.
Okay.
Now it's most of the most powerful people in the world.
Yeah.
Going there, denying its existence.
That makes it more worrisome.
Yeah, I think so.
I think that adds to the scare factor. I don't know. It's weird because if you know it exists, or if you like, oh, this is probably true, and it's the fact that they're like, oh no, 100%, this does not exist. That kind of wigs me out a little bit.
Now let's dial it back to another one. Would it still EQ out if it was all these high-profiling people? They didn't reveal everything that they did, but they went, yeah, no, we meet.
I think it would make me feel a little more comfortable, only because, okay, so I'm not like, it's not like a ghost story, It's like, okay, sure, yeah, you meet up, but like, what you do is your business, I guess. Why?
Oh, I was just trying to find where where the line is.
I thought you were gonna like whip out like, oh no, it's been confirmed by like 15 people in it, and like.
Well, here is the thing: is that like Alex Jones, admittedly.
Okay. So take this with the largest grain of salt.
Alex Jones, just went up to some dude who he knew was at the Bohemian Grove, apparently, like on the streets of New York, and with a camera and a microphone, and went, so tell me about the Bohemian Grove and how you kill babies. Like he does his
Alex Jones thing.
And the dude went, this is just rude of you. It's ungentlemanly, and what we do there is none of your business.
Oh.
He goes, the people that are there are trying to be gentlemen about it, and if you want to be a gentleman about it, then you can speak to me there. And it was like, what? Are you?
Excuse. Hold on. Is this like a high-profile guy, or is this some like mid-level?
Listen,
politician?
I actually couldn't tell you who it is. It was quite possibly a couple decades ago when that happened.
Okay. So he could have been a very high-profile guy at the time.
He might have been.
Okay, because I was gonna say, if it's some like middle-level, like, the equivalent of like a branch manager kind of guy,
like a New York State senator,
yeah, or something stupid like that, and he's like, "Oh, what you do there is none of your business," I'd be like, "Oh, okay, you're not in the same level as the president of the United States or like Beyonce. Like you're not there.
You're not up there."
Yeah.
Beyonce, man,
she's definitely in it though. If it exists, she's in it. She and Jay-Z.
If the Illuminati exists, Beyonce, if the Illuminati exists and Beyonce isn't in it, what are you doing?
How do you not secure that bag immediately?
Queen. Are you kidding me?
Well, first of all,
Single Ladies drops and you've got to throw the ring around her.
And then Halo, and then nothing? Come on.
She's in the Illuminati. If not, consider this a petition.
Honestly,
I'll start it.
I'll sign that petition. Because what good is an Illuminati that doesn't have Beyonce?
Change.org. Beyonce
in the Illuminati
must be confirmed to the Illuminati.
If we're talking about like freaky stuff, and we're on the topic of Beyonce, have you heard?
Yeah.
Beyonce talk about like her stage persona?
Because is she someone who fakes deaths and?
Well, yeah, I've seen videos about why she's probably in the Illuminati. Her and Lady Gaga and Jay-Z. And
yes, Lady Gaga is also in the
100%, yeah. If it exists. But
because it exists.
Yeah. But like this is just weird and like a weird tangent. But like have you like heard her talk about her alternate personas and like cuz apparently this is a thing. She was doing an interview one time. She was talking about her like her persona on stage. And like how it's like different than her.
Okay.
She's like, well, yeah. I it's more of like a character. Like I can become a different person. Like it's like a character.
This is all fine.
But like it kind of got into like weird, like she has a name for the person, and like.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. So I want to hear. Oh, I got chills. I want to hear that. But what I want to.
That's literally all I remember about it.
Oh,
but like
you piece.
all right. We'll look it up after. I mean, not that we look anything up.
No,
ever,
we know the name.
Yeah,
it's
honestly, it's not
fine.
worth sharing. But
no, but she Destiny's Child. That was her, right? Her
Yep.
and like
Yep.
two friends. Like it starts there.
Mm-hmm.
Beyonce, I hope she's well. I hope she's fully well.
Uh-huh.
But I'm like the way her parents managed that group and like was ruthless about cutting and adding children and deciding who her friends were and like how much time they could spend with each other. They made her Beyonce. Let's not.
That sounds like a real Michael Jackson situation.
It's pretty similar.
They're just like whoring their children out to be like, oh yeah,
But then
just making money.
They had incredible talent, and they had the drive and the willpower. Well, the parents had the drive, but the kids had the willpower to not break. And motherfucker, they became Michael Jackson and Beyonce. Like,
that's
you
wild.
can't do that to all children.
But when it works,
if you got the right kid, you become. You join the Illuminati.
I feel like, obviously. I mean, I feel like this goes back to even last week. We were talking about Alexander the Great. Yeah. Was that last week?
Yeah.
Where it's like, he was made by his parents. And his parents pushed him, and he just didn't break. And then he became one of the best leaders and generals, tacticians in the world.
For sure.
Ever.
And, I mean, another great example of, parents leading into their children having power. The Bush administration.
Yeah.
Let me tell you about that. George H.W. Bush, definitely part of the Illuminati.
Yeah, okay.
And
interesting.
Because he went to Harvard, and Harvard has an actual fraternity, the Skull and Bones group.
That's weird, and I don't
think it's still like official or whatever, but Skull and Bones is actually real. Okay. And there's people in there, and they have been charged criminally by Native American groups, Indian groups, whatever.
Yeah.
For grave robbing.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like George H. stole Geronimo's skull from a graveyard. Like the Geronimo.
What?
As part of his hazing, he stole and kept the skull from Geronimo with the Skull and Bones group.
That is insane. Did they get it back? Did they recover the skull, or like what?
There was a court case about it, and I don't know if it was ever found. I don't know if it was ever found. Money might have made it go away.
Wow, that is insane. That is so crazy. How do you end up there?
The same way that you end up becoming the president of the United States, apparently.
Connections and money.
Connections, money, and a little bit of Native American blood.
Oh no, Tyler!
I'm sorry.
I don't like it because it's true.
Yeah, I'm not sorry.
We didn't do it. Jeez,
somebody did though. A lot of people did.
A lot of people did that.
It wasn't that great.
Oh.
And you know what? They're all part of the Illuminati.
Wow. Okay. On the topic of the Illuminati and whatever the other one was, have you heard of the group that it's another secret society? It's the only other one that we've talked about that is confirmed exists and is terrifying, because what it is I can't remember what it's called, but
that's useful.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't. You don't need to know what it's called. All you need to know is
that's
in order
we
to
might
be
part of it.
No.
We're not going to tell you what it is. That's why.
No. I can confirm we are not a part of this group, Tyler. The group is to be in the group. You have to be one of the top 100 richest people in the world.
You don't know me.
Tyler, if you were hiding this from me, honestly, I wouldn't even be upset because I wouldn't want to know. Because that kind of money is the kind of money that everyone could know you exist, but no one could know what you look like. That's the kind of money that Jeff Bezos has that makes me think, gee, I wonder if the guy that we all think is Jeff Bezos is just an actor. And the real Jeff Bezos doesn't exist. Or like Elon Musk.
He could have bought a fake backstory for the entire world to buy.
Jeff Bezos, the person, may not exist, and it's just a pseudonym or like a fake name that the guy who really owns Amazon is just, he created this whole persona because he is so rich that he can do stuff like that.
I only highly doubt it because I've seen like the humble beginnings Amazon pictures with Jeff.
Yeah.
And he at least looks a little bit like that, but he could rewrite history. He definitely.
You know how much plastic surgery costs?
He has enough money to rewrite rewrite history of his own company. Hello.
Yep.
Oh, one company? Are you kidding me?
You Photoshop some pictures.
You get plastic surgery. Change your name.
Yep.
And he could just fuck off for the rest of forever.
Yep. And just hire somebody who we now know is Jeff Bezos to just run his company for him while he goes and, deals in like, human slavery and human trafficking and, third world.
A lot of other awful
blood
things
diamonds and
a lot of money can get you.
Yeah. And that's the scary part about this organization is that the top 100 richest people in the world, which by the way, every single one of them has that kind of money. Every single one of them. They just have meetings and they meet every year and it's completely closed off. No one can know what they talk about. And they just have regular meetings and just discuss, I don't know, world affairs and like, hey, I own like 15 diamond mines in Somalia. What can we do with that? Do you think we could destabilize an entire country? Because I bet they could. I bet they could very easily destroy most of the civilized world. They have that kind of money.
I thought you were speaking as one of the people saying, I bet they could topple societies. And that is what you theorize they talk about. Is like, yo, I bet you can't topple America this year.
I bet you $100 billion, because that's nothing to me, that you can't that you can't create a virus. Not that we're getting into conspiracy theories here, because that's complete, nonsense.
Oh, of course it's all nonsense.
It's all nonsense.
But they probably do that.
But I bet they would do that.
What? Man. I want to see a list of like those people. I
genuinely think there's like some kind of list that exists. I don't know if it's the complete list or if just like rumored, but I know there is a list of like supposedly the top 100 richest people in the world. I don't know how accurate that list is, but like maybe like a Forbes magazine or something.
Yeah, someone knows. But that's terrifying that they
Isn't that scary? And the scariest thing about that is because Illuminati, they go in the woods and they burn a thing for an owl god that may or may not exist. And then they, it's like Beyonce and Lady Gaga.
Well, it's also a new TikToker. What's her name? Oh, no, she's not part of it. Wait a minute. Becca Park. No, Becca.
Not a clue.
Oh,
I can't help you out on this.
Bella Porch.
Okay.
Not part of the Illuminati. She got the short end of the stick. I'm sorry I cut you off.
No,
I needed
please.
to say this.
This is important
because Bella Porch has sold her soul to the Illuminati. Sad girl, just for some TikTok followers.
What?
She was. It's
is that the girl?
She's the head bob.
The head bob girl.
The head bob.
Yeah, and she never speaks, and she may or may not have been in the Navy, and she may or may not be like 25, but she also might be 19.
Why do they all look like that?
I don't know.
It's all either they all look. It's a fun game. Who wants to play 16 or 36?
Yep. Every person on TikTok. I have so many TikToks on my feed for Instagram. Just constant. It's honestly, it's like they're trying to like force it into my brain, and I'm like, I don't want to watch all these TikToks.
Please stop this.
But like every single one is like that girl could be 14, but she also might be 29, and I have no idea. No idea.
Not a clue. You know what? Yeah. I'm not going to look any further.
But not going to look into it.
That's that kind of Illuminati shit that they just keep they're just blurring the lines, and they're bringing in all these girls that are selling their soul to the devil, and all they get are just 45 million followers out of it. What a shit deal.
Where did you get the she sold her soul to the devil thing?
Well, of course, she was doing devil tricks. One of her TikToks is her dancing, and then it's she switches and has makeup with horns on. I mean, I don't know any more damning evidence that you need.
Well, she did the makeup and she did the fake horns?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sold.
Was she also...
I didn't realize.
She also... Here's what's actually crazy.
Yeah.
Literally, in April, she posted her very first TikTok and gained 45 million people.
And she just did... That was just the head bob thing, right? And that's the thing that blew her up?
And she just kept doing it, and now there's 45 million people that decide, I want to see this as soon as you do it. I want to watch that. Granted, you've seen the videos, though, right?
Yeah.
She's kind of a vibe.
It's kind of... Alright, I'm not going to say it's entertaining or good.
No.
Because it's neither of those things.
I would wholeheartedly agree, but I do bob along.
There's a modicum of satisfaction with just I don't know, it's just her face and she's bobbing her head to a song, and that's all it is. And that's it. It's weirdly dumb and simple, but at the same time it kind of makes me smile a little bit.
Yeah,
it's just huh.
But there's no way that something that simple could have got on without the help of old Lucy. So I think it's enough proof.
Old Lucy. Wow.
But okay.
I'm curious about this because whenever you hear of a society that worships the devil or whatever, I always think, do you think they actually get help from him? Okay. So I'm just gonna throw this out there. I believe in God, and I believe in the devil. Okay, just two sides of the same coin, kind of thing.
Sure.
If you believe in one, I feel like the other one kind of comes with it.
I certainly think so.
Yeah. So his whole thing, being the devil, is I don't want you to go to God. I want you to stay away from God, and and then I want you to die, right? So generally negative. He generally wants negative things for us.
Sure.
Assuming. Why, in any case, do you think he would help people who worship him? Do you think that would make him like them more, or do you think he would just have that same hatred for us and want negative things for them, and it would just it would be much easier for him to negatively affect their lives?
Well, I feel like in this case that the said people of the Illuminati or any other worshiping, because here's something that is different from what I've seen publicly, the Church of Satan.
That's not they don't really worship it. They just worship themselves, right? And pleasure and
it's more exclusively about trying to prove a point about what about religious freedom, because a lot of maybe some of them believe it. I haven't spoken to a lot of Satanists. I've spoken to a few though.
Really?
On one of the old shows that I did, we had one on. He was a comedian, and it's mostly just them trying to separate church and state.
Okay. So they're just
and the point is oh, so you don't want a Lucifer statue in your town hall? So why is there Jesus over there? Is their idea.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. But
interesting, yeah.
For Illuminati people, would the devil help them? I think if there's an intent that is in line, let's consider it a business deal.
Okay. So hey, I'll give you more power if you promise to traffic more lives, more humans, kind of thing.
And then you think about it, and they're already not on the best path to reach God.
Fair, yeah. So I guess he doesn't have to worry about them, transitioning over. And you know what? Now that I think about it, I guess generally, most of the people I know have found God in the most, and some of like the worst points in their life.
Yeah.
I mean, not always, but like
That.
I mean, it's a good. Having nothing in life is a good way to drive you just towards something beyond the life you're living. So I guess
unfortunate way to come around to it, but
I mean, yeah, but that's okay. So I can kind of see it, I guess.
could be.
Could be.
But you know what I have absolutely no idea about?
What's that?
The Freemasons.
Yeah, I feel like they're just like the stepchild, the ugly stepchild of like the secret cabal organization group.
Yeah, well, they're not. They're hardly secretive.
They definitely exist. Like, there's temples everywhere. There's one in Mansfield. There's one in Akron.
I went into a building built by the Freemasons today to vote. Like it.
Yeah.
And they have their big old G thing and like.
Yeah, with the compass and
the compass and the G
and the Q square.
Yeah, whatever it is. Should have been a hexagon if they really.
They clearly don't know what they're talking about.
We've got to find or start a secret society with a hexagon logo. I think that's
maybe that should be like a secret society of people who really appreciate good listening material.
A group of people that listen to a really good podcast.
Yeah, what do you think of that? Do you think that would be a good idea? Do you think we should create a secret society of people who listen to our podcast?
It's the best damn secret they're ever gonna keep. And what good is a secret if you don't share it with your friends?
If you don't tell it to everybody. That's right.
It was a 66-minute setup just to say.
Tell your friends, everybody.
And join the
secret cabal?
The
cabal? Cabal?
The hex cabal.
Ooh, the hex cabal. Interesting. I like that.
An elite society of podcast listeners of this podcast. Have you heard Regression Advised?
Yeah, and it definitely won't ever become a sex cult. So don't think about that.
No, we can promise that.
Yeah, 100%. Wow, that was a hardcore podcast, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's already well over an hour.
And you got a lot more notes, I see.
No, actually, I was checking, and we talked about everything about cabals. Literally everything. We covered it all.
You check Google?
Well, I know more than that, so...
Oh, okay,
okay.
We
got through that. I mean, we
did that pretty quick.
Something we didn't talk about was the Mormons, but... what a great cabal they are.
Yeah, what a great secret society of strange people.
They make great music.
Do they?
The Osmond Brothers and the Killers. Well...
Oh, really?
Well, what's his name? Brandon Flowers is Mormon.
Oh, Brendan Urie was actually grew up Mormon, too.
Excellent musicians.
Yeah.
How many musicians were more? Probably a lot.
A lot. It's like how many influential people came from Ohio. It's just like a lot.
Yeah, it's like how many Amish people are great at making roofs.
Yeah, most, if not all.
That was another cabal that I wanted to talk about.
The Amish people?
Yeah, I was going to use the Mormons and the Amish to just talk about how they make music and roofs. And then I was going to talk about Scientology. Now, that's not that great.
No, that's just a straight-up cult.
Yeah.
Though. That's not a cabal.
Yeah, I don't really think they're trying to influence the outside world. They're just trying to make money.
Yeah, it's a lot of that.
But now that's literally everything.
Okay,
Absolutely all of it.
Good. I'm glad we talked about this. It's really opened my eyes to a lot of things.
It's important to know about the secret societies that are actually pulling the strings behind the scenes, that are leading your everyday life, controlling the algorithms behind Facebook and Google, and choosing the next thing that you're going to click on. That way that it can subvert the masses to just fight amongst themselves.
Yep. Congratulations. Free will doesn't exist. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Is that a hard cut?
No. We got to go through all the sign out stuff.
Oh, we got to show. Okay.
Yeah. So first of all, we just want to thank everybody for listening. Really do appreciate it. We really enjoy doing this. So we appreciate you guys giving us the opportunity to do it.
I had fun.
I had a lot of fun.
And it makes it a lot more fun knowing that, it's just not just us. No, knowing that people are looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's a
very strong motivator, and it makes this a lot of fun.
Yeah, it makes us look forward to doing this. So yeah, I've been William. You could find me at Wilcox_5, I think, on Instagram. If not, just check the other podcast. I don't know. This has been
it's been Tyler. You can find me, search for me on Spotify, man. Tyler Gadosh.
Follow playlists.
Follow my playlist if you want to listen to some good music. The Best of October just went up. The first month that I've actually listened to an album for every single day of the month. It was exhausting. I haven't listened to an album in 3 days. I've just been off of music.
Been chilling out.
Yeah. But it was a lot of fun. A lot of good music. Probably the best album was Deja Entendu. I think that's the name of it. It's an American band. It's called by Brand New.
Brand New.
It's a classic pop punk album that just blew my socks off, man. Super good.
Wow, I might have to make a note of that.
But that's it.
That's it?
Dude.
If you guys wanna reach us, VRA Pod on Instagram or on Twitter.
Viewer Regression Advised on Instagram.
Viewer Regression Advised at gmail.com. If you want to send in a letter, we really appreciate it. Yeah, I think we did it.
Let us know what you want us to talk about.
Yeah, we are always open to suggestions. We're just flying by the seat of our pants. So if you have anything, no matter how ridiculous of an idea, we will talk about it.
For sure. Do you know what you want to talk about next week?
No. Shoot, I thought I had an idea, but you know what?
I thought about something related to music.
Yeah. I think it'd be cool to go something related to music, whatever that may be. I didn't think of like a specific thing.
Okay.
But like, I think it'd be cool to go over like favorite albums of all time, or like top selling artists.
I've got a lot of stuff about that. I did my first internship. I had a lot of not work to do.
Yep.
Sure. So talk to me about music, man. We'll talk about that next time.
Yep.
I'll see you.
Bye, everybody.
Goodbye.